Welcome to Smart Stewards Money Podcast, financial conversations for millennials and adults. On this podcast, we'll be sharing practical tips and insight on personal finance for both millennials and adults. We'll be bringing in experts and guests from various fields to share their knowledge and experiences on personal and business finance. Of course, we'll be addressing common misconceptions and answering your burning questions about money management. Our goal is to equip you with the knowledge and tools you need to make informed financial decisions about how to make, manage, multiply money, build wealth, and achieve your financial goals. My name is Shola Adeshaki, and I'm going to be your host on this journey. You're in for an amazing time with us. So sit back today, grab a cup of coffee, and let's dive into the world of personal finance together.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Morenike Amosu. I'm an in-house coach at Smart Stewards, and I'm filling in for our host on this show today. And with me here, our guest is Olamide Akanji. It's nice to have you, Olamide.
Thank you very much, Coach Morenike.
Great. So today we're going to be talking about this concept of paying yourself first. So the concept basically says, because as adults we work all our lives, we may be working for people, sometimes we're working for our rent, sometimes we're working for our bills, but there's this concept of paying yourself first. And I wanted to ask you, Olamide, how has it been? Do you practice this concept at all? Paying yourself first from whatever you earn. Over to you, Olamide.
Thank you very much for this question, Coach Morenike. Yes, I practice the concept of pay yourself first because I realized that expenses do not always reduce, and you could work and earn, and you can use all the money you earned to pay for expenses. And imagine paying every other person. Whenever I learned also that whenever I pay expenses, like I pay bills, I'm making those people I'm paying rich. And why me, myself? There's nothing to fall back to. More like I'm working hard all my life to just give all my money to another person. So it's from the one that I've paid myself, like I've saved aside, I can actually call my own money, because the rest that I just paid out does not belong to me. So I'm an ardent practicer of the pay yourself first.
That's it. Okay. So I'd like to ask, don't you see people who snigger at this, who say, where the money safe? So yes, it's Nigeria. Yes, bills are real and the cost of living is high. But where the money safe? I mean, you earn very little. You know what your counterparts are earning. You know what happens in the real world. You know about this generation. However, it is what it is. You don't earn enough. So you say, by the time I even remove my fare going to work, and then I remove what it takes to even maybe eat and then sustain, it's only all those rich people. What do you have to say to this crew of people?
So I understand the fact that some people are so accustomed to you only live once. This one, I'm going to spend everything. But then, like I used to say, if you don't learn how to manage the 100k you are earning now, even when you start earning 100 million naira, you will not still be able to manage it. So I feel like most people that have difficulty in paying themselves first, the major issue they have is trying to know, they don't know the difference between their needs and their wants. Some of the expenses that we pay for
between their needs and their wants. Great.
Some of the expenses that we pay for is really not all that is necessary. It's not important, and we can always avoid them. For example, now you collect salary and you immediately go for like Netflix subscription. Now it's not compulsory you see a movie on Netflix. You can always watch movies on YouTube. So that kind of money, the money that you just went to use to pay for your Netflix, the money could have done something. That's the reason why, for me, when you earn money first, just remove the one you are saving for yourself and try to manage yourself on the remaining little that you have. And trust me, the one that I would think is not enough is actually enough if you manage it wisely.
Great.
So I feel like that's just trying to know the things you cannot do without, and that your needs. So the things that we pay for, we can actually do without them. If you don't pay for them, we will not die. So we have to identify the ones that if you don't pay for, it's going to affect us.
Okay.
Food, transport, we cannot trek to work. you need to eat every day. So
Yeah.
all those kind of expenses, they are unavoidable expenses. But some expenses we can avoid them. We can avoid Netflix subscription. Let's not lie for ourselves. You can watch the movie on YouTube now. You can tell your friend to send the movie to you with your flash drive and watch it on your laptop. So some things we can actually avoid them.
Olamide be spitting facts. All right. So as we round up this session, I would like to ask about the technology angle to paying yourself first. So if you know some people who village people used to follow, you will mean well. You will mean well. You say, I want to save money. You will even tell yourself it's discipline and willpower. But you see, some things are just English. Has there been any instance where you've had to leverage technology? You say, so the thing she will remove this something. At least when he removes it and you can't find it, you realize that this has gone. And for most people, as we're discovering, they'll say use technology to save yourself from yourself. And so do you think that this is some worthwhile advice for anybody on the other end who's listening to us, who's saying, if only you know the things I'm dragging, eh? What do you think about using technology?
All right, yes, technology is a great enabler and it helps to actually be disciplined. So I would advise anyone that is finding it hard to set money aside, because as humans, at times after setting the money aside, we later go back to it and take it. So technology can actually help you to just keep it away and help you to save it.
Thank you very much. Okay, at this junction, I'd like to tell our audience at Smart Stewards, we currently have apps. We have a savings app that's designed to help you pay yourself first. And you can key into a number of challenges. We currently have something that's ongoing that is for, it's still for vacation, but you're saving. So when you've worked hard all year long and you need to actually treat yourself, in short, the way we do vacations, we're learning, there's staycation, there's vacation, but you finally want you treat yourself. You don't just dip into your savings or dip into unplanned funds. You say, can I save all year through if I want to maybe go somewhere in August, right? Can I save all year through? And it could be, but for now, what we have, that could be what is ongoing right now. But part time, we could have multiple challenges running, savings challenges, and you're telling yourself, I'm earning on this, and at times even just to build your savings muscle. Some people in their adult life, they've never earned $1 million set aside. So when you want to get into the big world of investing, it's not because you can't invest in little bits. You're saying to yourself, what if I'm able to? I just want to know that I can do this. And so no, I would set a target. Of course, you see, depending on the income levels, there are some we're saying, try to save up to 500,000 naira all year long. Try to save up to 1 million. You would say, these people, is there no 2 million? Because really, it's a thing that says to you, I don't have this money to spend. I have to remove this first. And there's that level of fulfillment that comes with, I am keeping to my savings challenge. And now I know that what I have left, I can manage my needs, So that is what we should be looking for. Any last words to this pay yourself first set of, to those people who are saying, has car ever done you strong thing before? Has your gasket ever removed on third mainland? They don't know that. So is there anything you'd like to tell our audience watching on what tips helps with savings?
So the one last thing I think I should say is, I feel like we'll be able to do much more if we hang around people that have similar values like we do. If you are a saver and you hang around someone that feels like we only live once, you take life too personally, you just spend everything, another one will come tomorrow, you might find it hard to build discipline when it comes to saving. So I feel like at times it's good to join communities
like Smart Stewards,
of like-minded people and challenge yourself to push yourself to do so much. But there's so much that joining a community of like-minded people can do to you. Savings community, do those challenges, because of a truth, iron really sharpens iron.
Thank you so much, Olamide. Olamide has been able to tell us that staying accountable is even faster, stronger when you're within the right circle, the right community. It's been a lovely time having this conversation with you, and we look forward to having you at some other time. Thank you for having us.
Thank you
it's bye
much.
For now.
Bye.